Hello YouTube people, this is not a tutorial video, this is just my personal vlog video. So I bought another car and I don't like the condition of its headlamps and fog lights. Let me show you. So this one, passenger side, has a deep scratch, but everything else is fine. It doesn't seem like it's leaking, so it only needs a refinish on this glass. Now driver's side headlamp is leaking, so I'll try to find the leak, try to fix it, and also the condition of this glass is not very good, so I'll try to refinish it as well. Also fog lights, oh man, they look nasty, they look really nasty, so I'll try to fix them as well. I don't know will I be able to remove them from the top, but I will try. Never done anything like this. This is my first time restoring headlamps. We'll see how it goes. Good thing is I still have my old car, Volkswagen Golf 4, wonderful car, but it started rusting pretty badly, so it's time to go. So that's why I bought another one, and I have few things to fix. So those are the things I bought for this project and for myself, because I never had this polishing thing. Well, this is not polishing thing, this is some kind of eccentric sander, but it can also be used for polishing. I always wanted it, so next project is gonna be I'll try to restore several scratches on the car itself. Anyway, so that's how it's gonna go. I will use this thing with sandpaper P320, then I go sandpaper P500, then I will go by hand with sandpaper grit 600, and then I also think I go up to 1200 or 1200 as you say, and then I will apply this lacquer. This is some kind of special lacquer because it is UV resistant. Simple lacquers usually get yellow from the sunlight. This one shouldn't get yellow. And after I apply a lacquer, next thing I will do, I will sand lacquer down a little bit with sandpaper grit 2500, and I will polish it out with this headlight polishing paste, which is supposed to be rather soft because it's, you know, plastic polishing paste. And speaking about the leaking of a headlamp, I'm not really sure, but I will try to find the leaks and I will try to fix them a little bit with this glue, because it's a kind of rubber glue. It never gets hard. This glue always stays a little bit like a rubber, so it might be good. I don't know, we'll see. So let's get to work. As I saw on YouTube, removing those headlamps should be fairly easy. Just a screw here, a screw here, also two screws on the bottom. One is right there, and to access another one here, it's helpful to remove this cap, and another screw, I think, yeah, should be there. So let me try to remove those headlamps. Also, to make it a little bit easier, I saw some people actually loosen up the top of a bumper, so it's easier to remove those headlamps because they have to slide like that to the front. So let's try. Well, it was a lot easier than I thought it's gonna be. I have not seen tutorial on YouTube how to remove fog lights from the top, but it looks like, let's go into the shadow, looks like shouldn't be too complicated. Well, this one was pretty easy. It was a little bit difficult to access this screw right here, not here, yes, here. So in order to screw it back in, I believe I will need to remove the plastic, this plastic from the bottom, because to put it back in, it ain't gonna be that easy, but we'll see. Now, this one was simple, but this one How I'm gonna remove it, I don't know yet, because there is lots of stuff in the way. So yeah, for this one I need to remove this plastic cover from beneath first. Let me show you something. Look, water inside. Oh, that's not that's not good. The headlamp itself is dry, is completely dry. I see dust inside. The only wet part is actually this eyebrow, and the only way how it can get wet, in my opinion, is through the back right here. Something is not right. And look, I'll zoom in a little bit. Look what's happening when I touch this place. Oh, that's wet. That is not supposed to do that. So I think I will cut something out a little bit around this area and we'll glue it back together. We'll see how it goes. Well, removing this LED panel took me longer than removing headlamps and fog lights from the car itself. So yeah, now this is that LED. Now what you're about to see might shock you. Might shock you. There's a whole lake. Wow. There's plenty of water. Let's spill it out. Oh yeah, a pee-pee from the headlight. Right now it is almost 30 past 12. I got a dinner, and in the meantime I have been drying this thing out with a hairdryer. So just think about it. If you have the same problem, if you have moisture on this eyebrow, okay, inside this eyebrow, and if you think that you can just drill a little hole to vent it out, I don't think that's gonna work, because look, I have removed the whole module of LEDs. There is a huge hole. So I was drying with hairdryer for like good 20 minutes and there is still moisture inside. Through this huge hole there is still moisture inside. So I'm not drying it out completely yet, because I'm gonna wet sand this glass, so some moisture might gonna get inside anyways. So let's get to another step. I got the incorrect size of the roughest sandpaper, but I don't think that's gonna be much of a problem. And let's start with the fog lights, because I'm afraid to do some damage, so I don't care much about those. So first of all I'm gonna do fog lights, then I will move towards the headlamps. Man, this thing is good. This thing is good. Oh my god, I'm so happy I bought it. It makes life so much easier. Okay, so I went down with grid 320. Now this is basically the before. That's how it looks before, and this is after. And I think I will go a bit more, because there are still some places where my nails wanna get hooked on. So yeah, let's finish them both first. Okay, so the grid 320 is done. This is the result. I think I took pretty good layer. I'm not sure how much do I actually need to do, but yeah, whatever. I just follow the feel, how it feels like. It feels like it's all even, so it should be good. So let's move on to 500. Okay, sanding with 500 is completed. Now we're gonna start wet sanding. I will wet sand with grid 600, then I will sand with grid 1200, and then I'm gonna show you the result. This is the result. I'm not sure if that's okay, because it looks rather hazy. I'm not sure about that. Shouldn't I go with finer sandpaper? I don't know, but such are instructions. On the headlamps, I'm afraid to go a little bit too rough, so I'm definitely not gonna be using 320s, and I think I won't be using 500s even. But the problem is that this one has rather deep scratch, very deep scratch, so I need to sand down the whole layer till the scratch is gone. But how rough should I go? I don't know. So initially I'm gonna try 1200, you know, like 10 minutes, play around, wet sand, 1200. We'll see if the scratch is disappearing. If not, then I will go with 500 till there is no scratch. But right now let's play with 1200, let's see what happens. And this is how it looks like after wet sanding with 1200 sandpaper, and there is no more scratch left. But there is, interestingly, this kind of, you know, different area. It looks like this headlamp was repaired, probably, I don't know, but it's changed. That exactly this place where was the scratch, this is that kind of different shade area. Oh well, that is taking quite some time. So sanding is done. Both headlamps done with 1200 sandpaper, and that's it. And these fog lights, that was a little bit of mistake going so rough, but the story is that it's 320, 500, 600, and then 1200 sandpaper. So I'm leaving them rather rough at 1200 sandpaper because it's recommended this type of roughness for the clear coat for the best adhesion. If you make them too soft, then adhesion might be not good enough and lacquer might start peeling sometime later. So I will follow the recommendations. 1200 sandpaper. Now let's spray them down with the lacquer. Here goes nothing. Let's see how it goes. Let's start with fog lights. Okay, one layer. Okay, let's move on. One layer. Wow, looking much better. Wow, looking much better. Let me show you. So that's how they look like after first layer. Oh, not bad, not bad. This one looks a little bit strange. I'm not sure why. Am I gonna polish out? This one looks all right. Okay, so far so good. Okay, 3 minutes have passed. Let's make a little bit thicker layer. I can't speak anymore, sorry. Thicker layer this time. Okay. Oh, this one looks nice. The defect seems to be gone. And this one. Okay. Oh, this one looks like new. This one looks hazy, but after this one as well, they look hazy, but after a few minutes the haziness disappears and they look like new. This one also, I mean, wow. Okay, I waited 5 minutes right now and they look like new. So let's apply final layer together. Okay, let's start from the side. Okay, one pass, second pass in the middle, third pass in the bottom, and once again on the top, on the middle, and on the bottom. That's it. This one. One layer at the top, one layer on the bottom, one final in the middle, this one in the top, the bottom, and the middle, this one. In the middle, in the bottom, and again, a little bit quicker this time. That's it. Let's get out of here. 10 minutes later, what are we looking at? Good things and bad things. Okay, let's start with this one. This one looks pretty much good. Pretty good. I don't even see much of an orange peel on this one. This is actually looking very good. I'm not even sure if I should polish it out. There is a little bit of orange peel. Yeah, so I'm not gonna use sandpaper on this one. I believe I just polish it out. Yeah, but it's fairly good, this one. Now, this has developed some kind of things on the edge. I don't really care much about fog lights, but what's that? I don't know. Anyway, it looks pretty good, pretty good. This one looks like new. Looks like new. I'm not even sure. I'm not gonna polish it out probably, because there isn't even orange peel on this one. It looks pretty good. There is some, but yeah, I might gonna polish it out. Now the bad one. Bad one is this. When I sanded it down, it developed some kind of different kind of haziness. I thought that this haziness will disappear once I spray it with clear coat, but it hasn't. This has not disappeared. Oh well, that's a little bit of a bummer. Well, oh well, that's not nice. Okay, a few hours later, let's take a look how they look like in a broad daylight. How many imperfections do I still see? And you know what's surprising is that fog lights, I started off with P320 sandpaper, which is rather rough, and even though I went 320, 500, 600, 1200, there were still scratch marks from 320 actually. I'm not sure about that. Shouldn't I go with finer sandpaper? I don't know. And I'm surprised that after applying this clear coat, not a single scratch. Not a single scratch. I see orange peel, which I will hopefully buff off tomorrow. But wow, this clear coat is wonderful. Now, the problem with this headlight is that I sanded it down with 1200, and that was a mistake. I should have went with 500 rough and should have removed original lacquer completely, because that's what I see. Both headlamps done with 1200 sandpaper, and that's it. No original lacquer, and there's still some original lacquer left, and this is the line that shows where. But right now, I mean, look at them, they look beautiful. Look at those grills. Oh yeah, man, these headlamps are beautiful. Today is another day. And look what I have bought: sandpaper, lacquer. Let's fix the mistakes. Let me tell you something. Sanding them down, 2K coating, sanding down without this thing would have taken me 5 years probably. Okay, sanding is done. They are ready to be sprayed with clear coat. This time I don't see any cloudiness. Everything looks nice and even. I do not see any imperfections. Okay, let's spray them together. First coat is gonna be a small one. So first of all, to the side, how does it spray? And yeah, that's good enough. That's it. Let's wait 5 minutes. Second coat is gonna be a little bit heavier. Okay, next one. Okay, let's wait 5 to 10 minutes. And the final layer, let's make it thin. There is no need to get greedy and get runaways. So let's spray aside a little bit. Okay. That's it, done. And how do they look like 10 minutes later? You know what? They look like new. They look amazing. Not a single cloud, not a single imperfection. They look perfect. Oh yes, I'm very happy with the result. Beautiful. Today is another day, yet again. And you know what? I am sitting right now looking at those headlamps and I'm debating with myself really hard, because look at them. They look excellent. They look so good. Not a single dust spectacle, not a single cloudiness. The only problem is that they have a little bit of orange peel. I don't know, can I catch that on camera? I probably can. Yeah, they have orange peel, but looking overall, that's not noticeable. What I like the most is that they are so clear that they look wet. They actually look wet, and for that reason I'm afraid to destroy them. I'm afraid to do anything. I should sand them down with something like P2500 and then polish them out, but I'm just afraid if I'll be able to get them to the point where they're gonna look wet once again. So you know what, I'm not touching them. That's it. I'm happy with the result. Yes, there is a little bit of orange peel, but man, they look wet. They look wet. This is just amazing. They look so good. Yeah, I'm not touching them. You know, the problem might be at night, driving at night. I don't know, this orange peel might affect the light. I might not be able to pass technical inspection, but just think about it. Taking them out of the car takes just few minutes, and then I will have opportunity to finish this thing, you know, completely. But right now, nope, I'm not touching them. I'm so happy with the result. That's it. They are going straight into the car. The only problem I have still left is this eyebrow leaking. So I have to fix this completely. Now, first problem is how to dry it out. The fastest way to dry this eyebrow out, I found, is actually to put the headlamp this way, because hot air rises up and the entrance hole is actually here. So what I do, I blow here, blow hot air inside. Everything gets hot, and hot air eventually, you know, evaporates up, and this is the way how I dried out this eyebrow. As you can probably tell, I don't know what I'm doing, so wish me luck. Okay, so what are good and bad things? Good thing is that I know this glue ain't gonna get super hard. It always gonna remain a little bit like rubber. So I have pretty good hopes that it's gonna remain watertight. But I am not sure how this glue is gonna survive through the winter and through the heat cycles. So it should hold, but I'm not sure about the winter and heat cycles. But if I will need to repair it, it's gonna be a lot easier to remove this LED panel than it was originally, because removing from this kind of glue is gonna be just, 5-minute job, but it was like an hour job originally. So we'll see how it holds up. Another problem that these gaskets have deteriorated because of the age, and I believe this is probably one of the main reasons why this headlamp started leaking. And I found them to buy separately only from AliExpress from China, and it's gonna take me 1 or 2 months to arrive. So as a temporary solution, I'm gonna do this. These are door seals. I'm gonna apply them on the edge. We'll see how it looks like. You know what, as temporary solution, they stick pretty well. They have very good adhesion. Sadly, I haven't found the black ones. Either way, I don't think that they're gonna survive for too long, because I don't think they're gonna hold through the heat cycles very well. How does it look like? How does it look like? It looks good. It looks so good. They're so clear. It looks like they are wet, as I told you. Wow. This headlamp had a huge scratch in the middle. Has a deep scratch. Not a single dust spectacle. They turned out to be so great. Now another one, driver's side. Driver's side headlamp is leaking. So I'll try to find the leak, try to fix it, and also the condition of this glass is not very good. Oh yes, sweet. And the fog lights, oh man, they look nasty. They look like new. They look like, I don't know, will I be able to remove them from the top? New. That's amazing. I'm so happy with the result. Really good. You know what? Let's turn them on. Let's see if they still work. Everything works. I was a little bit worried, but everything works just fine. Oh man, they look good. They just, very simple ones, no modifications, no LEDs, not even xenon lights, but they just look nice, simple and nice. Oh yeah, amazing. Okay. Quite a long video, probably. Anyway, I had a lot of fun doing this video. I might gonna do something like that in the future. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.